Have you ever felt a rush of confidence from a simple compliment? That quick boost can be exhilarating. But what if I told you that relying on others for validation might actually undermine your self-worth? Picture this: you just nailed a presentation at work, and everyone is singing your praises. For a moment, you feel invincible. But then, that high starts to fade. What happens when the applause dies down? You might find yourself chasing that feeling, constantly seeking more validation to relive that thrill. Here's the catch: many people don't realize how this cycle can trap them. The more you pursue approval, the more you tie your self-esteem to others' opinions, which ironically leads to insecurity and leaves you questioning whether you truly deserve the compliments you receive. Now, think about scrolling through social media and seeing friends living their best lives. You might feel a pang of insecurity and post something, hoping for likes and comments. Each notification gives you a little lift, but when the excitement fades, so does your confidence. This isn't just about social media, though. Remember a time when you were in a crowded room, charming and funny, with everyone drawn to you. Yet, inside, you were anxiously waiting for the next compliment to reassure you. It can be exhausting, right? What if I told you the answer lies not in the crowd, but within yourself? It's about shifting your focus from seeking validation to building your inner strength. Sounds simple, doesn't it? But it's not always easy. Before we dive deeper, take a moment to reflect on a time when you felt truly confident without needing external praise. Was it when you achieved something on your own, independent of anyone else's approval? That's the kind of confidence we should aim to nurture. Here's the twist: the path to genuine self-assurance is paved with self-reflection and understanding your values. It's about embracing who you are, flaws and all, and celebrating the small victories, not just waiting for the big applause. As you embark on this journey, you might feel some resistance, and that's completely normal. The fear of stepping away from external validation can be daunting. But consider this: the more you learn to validate yourself, the less you'll depend on others. Ultimately, confidence isn't just a fleeting feeling, it's a lasting state of being. The more you focus on nurturing your self-worth, the less you'll crave those temporary boosts from the outside world. So, take a moment to reflect. What steps can you take today to rely less on external validation? It's time for a change. Embrace the power within you. You might be surprised at how liberating that can feel. What if I told you that the confidence boost you get from compliments or social media likes might actually do more harm than good? Surprising, right? But stick with me, this could really change how you view your self-worth. You might think seeking validation from others is harmless after all, who don't enjoy a little praise. But here's the catch: relying on others for your confidence can lead you down a slippery slope, a trap many fall into without realizing it. Picture this: you're scrolling through your feed, and each like brightens your day. But what happens when that glow fades? How do you feel when the likes stop coming in? That's the hidden danger: your self-esteem becomes tied to fleeting moments instead of something more lasting. Something of you. little lung lifting. Let's dig deeper. Imagine you've nailed a presentation at work, and your colleagues shower you with compliments. You walk away feeling on top of the world. But later, you realize you didn't feel that same excitement when you achieved something quietly, without an audience. Why? Because your confidence relied on others' approval. Every time you seek affirmation, you might be subconsciously telling yourself you need others to feel good enough. This creates a vicious cycle. You chase that next compliment or like, but what about your inner voice? Has it been silenced along the way? When was the last time you celebrated a personal win on your own? When you stop depending on outside validation, you build an unshakable sense of self. However, this takes time and self-reflection, and it's not as easy as it sounds. Now, let's consider the consequences. If you always need praise to feel confident, over time, you might feel more anxious or even depressed. Your self-worth diminishes, and you start comparing yourself to everyone around you. It's a downward spiral, and escaping it can be tough. Before we wrap up, let's talk about a solution. It's not about rejecting compliments, but shifting your mindset. Start acknowledging your own achievements, no matter how small. Celebrate those quiet moments when you accomplish something without anyone watching. This change in perspective can be truly transformative. So, here's the key takeaway: true confidence comes from within. It's about recognizing your worth independently of others. The next time you scroll through social media, remember that likes are temporary, but your self-worth is permanent. Take a moment to reflect on that. Embrace it. And if you found this perspective helpful, consider sharing it with someone who might need this reminder. Have you ever felt that electric rush when someone compliments you? It's like a direct boost of confidence to your heart. But what if I told you that chasing that validation could actually hurt your self-worth? Picture this: you walk into a room, scanning for familiar faces, smiling and hoping someone will notice you. When they do, it feels amazing. But what happens when those smiles fade? That confidence boost disappears, leaving you feeling exposed. It's a cycle many don't even realize they're stuck in. We live in a world where likes, follows, and comments shape our mood. It's easy to think that external validation is the key to feeling worthy. But what if there's something darker lurking beneath that shiny surface? The hidden downside of seeking validation for confidence boosts could be more harmful than you realize. Think about preparing for a big presentation. You rehearse, eager to impress, but instead of focusing on your message, you worry about what others will think. That's not confidence, it's anxiety disguised as excitement. The pressure mounts, and suddenly you are unsure if you can deliver at all. Here's the twist: searching for praise can make you overlook your own abilities. You might end up relying on others for a sense of achievement. It feels great in the moment, but what happens when that praise isn't there? Now, consider your friends. How many of them seek approval from others, shaping their lives around it? They might change plans or avoid situations just to chase that fleeting feeling of acceptance. In doing so, they risk losing a vital part of themselves. It's a risky game. With every compliment, you are building a house of cards, one gust of wind away from collapse. What if that wind is a negative comment or silence when you expected applause? Suddenly your confidence is hanging by a thread. So what can you do? It's not about completely abandoning the idea of validation, it's about flipping the script. Start by tuning into your own voice. What do you truly value? What makes you proud of yourself? Imagine celebrating your small victories without waiting for someone else to notice. Picture yourself giving yourself a pat on the back after a tough day, learning to trust your own opinion instead of relying on strangers. This powerful shift can change everything. In the end, real confidence comes from within. Real confidence comes from with from